Hello guys, welcome to the Android tutorial again. Today we'll be going through some various UI components like decimal text box and fields with number, and then we'll be also be visiting Android Spinner, and we'll also be seeing what are Android toast messages. So first let's visit toast messages. A toast is basically a view containing a quick little message for the user. So if you want to display a quick little message for the user, you can use Android toasts. So how to use them? Now suppose on the click of a button, I want to display a toast message to the user. How to do that? First, just drag a button on your main screen. I'm just changing the name of my button to get message. And again, as this is activity underscore main.xml, it is defined inside main activity.java. Now first I need to get the button. I'm naming it as message button equals find view by ID, and it will automatically show up the button name, which is button 1. And since this is a button, we need to cast this view into a button. Always use control space when you are not able to get anything, it will give you suggestions. And again, as we know, on click of this we need to display that toast message, so we need to set on click listener for this button. First of all, we need to implement on click listener. We've used this many times now, and again it will ask to implement those methods. As it is an interface, we need to implement all the abstract methods. Just click here and it will ask you to implement the method. Just double click here and it will implement that method for you. We don't need this line, so I'm deleting it. Again, we need to set on click listener for this message button dot set on click listener, and this class is responsible for handling it, so we are giving this. And just simply you have to print toast message here. Just write TOA and press control space and you will see this android.widget. Just double click this, it will import that for you. Android.widget.toast. Do a dot here and you need to use this message make text. First of all, it's accepting a context, then the text you want to display, then the duration. Duration can be short or long. You can use the variables present inside this toast class. Toast dot, you can give length underscore long or short. So with this the duration is decided. Right now I'm setting it to length dot long, so it will display for a particularly long interval of time, then length underscore short. Then again you need to call here one method dot show. First of all, and text is simply whatever you want to display. Button clicked. Now what is context? Context is basically a class Android, and this is android.content.context, which provides the connection to the Android system which executes the application. And basically we use context because it gives us access to all the resources of the project and the global information about the application. Basically, if there is any global information, then you can use that context to share that information among various activities, and activities in turn implement this context class. So in this context class we can directly access one method get application context, and it will give us that context. And you know, by inheritance we can access the methods which are present in the superclass. So as activity extends the context class and we have extended the activity, so in turn we'll be able to use that method. So here we just need to call get application context. It will automatically give us the context. So let's run this and see whether that message appears or not. So our emulator has shown up, and again I'll get back once this whole process is covered and application is up and running in emulator. Okay, now our application has loaded now. Let's unlock it. Let's open our app by clicking on our app icon. Okay, it has opened now. Now let's click on get message, and you can see toast message has appeared. Now we'll set it to length underscore long to length underscore short. So it will appear for a short duration, then length underscore long, and it's on our requirement what we want to do. If we want to display message for a longer interval or a short interval will do, then we'll set this value accordingly. It'll run again. I'm clicking the button again. Get message button clicked. So the duration was short than length underscore long. So this is how you display toast messages in Android. And now we'll discuss some more UI controls, some basic UI controls. And one of them is number. So if you want to take in the input which accepts only number, suppose you want to take someone's mobile number as input, you'll use number. And if you want to use numbers with decimals, then you will use number decimal. I'm dragging both of them here on my XML screen. So this is how it is similar to that edit text. All the properties are same, and since we are using relative layout, that's why its layout is relative to all the elements present here. So now I'll just run this activity and see whether it accepts that numbers or not. I'm running it again, and the shortcut to run the application is Control F11. You can use this icon always, but there's also one shortcut, that is Control F11. You can see it's loading that app again. Our app is closed now. I'm waiting for the launch to complete, and now I'll open the app. You can see here, this was our numeric box. If you'll try typing alphabets here, it will not accept, and if you'll use numbers, it will accept. So whenever you want user to input numbers only, you can select this number text box, and in decimal you can give values in decimals. This will also not accept any alphabets. So this is how these UI controls work. And now we'll discuss our radio buttons and Android spinner.